Hi, awesome people of the internet. Today we're talking about tanning and why I think we should stop it now. Yeah, you heard me right. I'm gonna talk about tanning today because spending a lot of time on Instagram has made me think about everything and question everything I do in my entire life. So a disclaimer, I'm pale and I have experienced people kindly teasing, more than just teasing, commenting excessively on the color of my skin to an extent where I felt like, just let it go. I am pale. And so what? Stop commenting. Those, oh, bright as the sun legs comments and all of that stuff. And I have been a witness to a lot of people commenting like, oh, wow, such a nice tan when people come home from vacation and stuff. And I want to address that today in this video. I would like to make a claim. And it's really not that important for me if you agree or disagree, as long as you just tell me in the comments why you agree or disagree and what your thoughts are about all of this. Everything I'm going to talk about, just comment so that I can get my perspective challenged. But my claim is that obsessing with tanning is kind of precursor to racism or sub-racism. And this might sound a bit extreme, but my claim is that all of this focus on the color of our skin within the white races is kind of a precursor for thinking being black or being Asian is also worth less than a good all-American tan or all-Scandinavian tan. And I think it's important to realize that these precursors exist in our society. This is like a snowball effect. You start by your children not even realizing that their best friend is black or whatever. They don't care that much about color. And then for every little thing they hear from adults, they realize slowly that it's okay to point fingers at the very, very white kid because that's apparently stupid or ugly or whatever. And then it's okay to point fingers at the one who looks a little bit darker in a Middle Eastern way, but not the one who looks darker because he went to Mallorca for the summer. You know that there are differences in worth depending on your skin color. And now you might think like, do I have a problem with people tanning? The answer is yes and no. No, I don't have a problem with people tanning. Not at all. You do you. I'm not the one to interfere with your business. Just lie around in the sun if that's your greatest hobby. But on the other side, yes, I care if you tan. Not the act of tanning itself. It's just what comes along with it that I really need you to stay mindful about. How do you talk about it? To your peers, to the children around you, to anybody you meet. Do you pale shame? We could call that. Do you pale shame people who are horrifically white in your opinion? Because it's obviously a bad human quality to be white. Just as it is obviously a bad human quality to be black. What's that world? It's crazy. It's a color of your skin. It's just a pigment and how much you have of it. As soon as there's a ray of sunlight, are you talking to everybody you know about how you're gonna get that summer glow as the first one? And like that's a very productive and positive thing? Or are you just gonna tan in silence? Maybe that's better. Are you tanning because you're a bikini fitness athlete and the muscles show greater when you're tanned? Fair enough. That's a great purpose for some people. Or do you just tan because you don't want to be bullied or teased or just look different in general? I do really think it's a precursor to racism. I honestly do think that. When we teach each other that different kinds of pale is better than the other, the stretch to say that looking Scandinavian is better than looking Russian, or looking European is better than looking Middle Eastern, it's really not that far. So we should just cut the cord, right at the belly button. Say like, nope, not gonna do any of it. Even if it doesn't lead to me feeling or being a racist, just putting the energy out there might lead to other people turning racist. Just because it's not my fire we're putting locks on, it is a fire. And that fire shouldn't get any bigger, no matter whose fire it is. So if I contribute to the dialogue about pro-tanning or whatever we should call it, I contribute to something I don't want to contribute to. And what's very dear to my heart here is when there's children around, shut your mouth. Don't talk about, oh, you're so brown. Just, they're so brown, so you could ask them if they've been playing a lot outside. Not because they're brown, but just because you freaking care about this child. Ask them what they've been doing all summer, because from that child who's way more tan than you, that they have been having some great fun, like whatever they do, trampoline or eating all the raspberries in grandma's garden, I don't know. They can tell you stories instead of just like, oh, you have some color. So that's really one thing I need to address. Think about how you talk in front of children. They should not be left with a body image that tells them not only that you can't be too fat or too thin or too lazy or too whatever, also your skin color can be wrong. Even though you might not have been the one to tease people about not being tanned, you could do it subconsciously just by constantly putting an emphasis on how good a tan looks. Just like if you tell somebody they're skinny, the people around them who are never told they're skinny might someday end up thinking they should be skinnier. If you always talk about a tan, and I'm the one to never be told, wow, what a tan, someday I'm going to put two and two together and perhaps feel a little bit wrong, feel like I should conform to these, societal standards of your sole purpose in life being to obtain a good tan every summer. Just like every spring is dedicated to getting the beach body, every summer is dedicated to getting the right tan. What kind of purpose of life is that? Yeah, you're right. It's not a fucking purpose. I saw this article online where they asked men what they preferred, and every man was like, oh, a little tan. Unless he's a ginger, then it's okay. Like, who are they to decide? Don't listen to that. That's only because all we ever see in all commercials are trimmed, beautiful bodies that have this perfect tan. It's called Photoshop and, airbrushing or, tanning lotions and whatever that's called. That's cheating. That's not them. That's not real humans. Might as well be aliens. Before I met my husband, I always felt bad. I compared myself to all my friends, and I was by far the palest, and I felt inadequate, and I felt like I wasn't as pretty as them. Then I met my husband, and we matched, and it was like a mirror. I was looking at him, and I was like, he's really pretty. Wow, I like this guy. And all my worries about my own skin completely vanished. I haven't given it a thought since then. But I really don't think that you should wait until Prince Charming comes along, because it shouldn't be a Prince Charming that fixes everything. It's inside of everyone to just realize that it's not important and it doesn't define your beauty. It really, really doesn't matter. And to be very aware that with the eyes that you have right now, you're probably prone to thinking that tan is more pretty than not tan. And that you can change that. Being aware of that can change that. So just a short catch up. No, I don't care if you're tan. But yes, I care how you act when you tan and around what you tan. Be mindful, and for the love of the world, stop commenting that tan lines look stupid or that people are very pale or anything like that. If you don't have anything nice to say, just don't say it, okay? Just be quiet. Let people be who they are. It's not your business how their skin looks. Unless it looks like some kind of skin cancer, then tell them. Please tell them. If you just liked one bit about this video or anything I said, or didn't completely want to burn my appointment down, give this video a like. And if not, tell me in the comments what made you feel like my apartment should be burned down for saying this. And I really, really hope that you will stay tuned for the next video. It will not be about tanning, there's not much more to say, but it will be about something much more exciting. I will promise you. So until next time, see you soon. It's not every day that I shoot videos just wearing my underwear, but you can see that. And it's like 100 degrees in this room, so who cares? Yes, these are boobs. I know, babe.